Hello, Lynxers, it's Dr. Joy. Welcome back to Super Hostile 14 Waking Up. I got the blue wool last time. I went to lower Death Shallow ruins. And now I'm just looking around this hub area to see if I can't find... Oh, Jace. See if I can't find what I want. Oh, I am. I'm still carrying the flame ring with me. That allowed me to get rid of the what I don't want. So yeah, there we go. Yeah, I need to climb up. I want to, yeah. There's a creeper right there. Okay, I'm just gonna shoot you guys again. I'm gonna get kamikaze creeper if I'm not careful about where I'm going. Yeah, there's one up there. I knew there's one up there. I just think of the Enderman again. Okay, well, okay, hang on. Hang on. I lost a lot of stuff in one go. Okay. So it's time for leather pants, and it's time for the flak vest, and it's time for me to eat. Okay! How did that skeleton not get any damage from that? And it's got another bow. I'll just combine the bows then. Yeah, see, the more armor that gets used up. Okay. There's got a music disc. Oh, my goodness! Okay, we're going down here then. There you go. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, anyways. The more armor that gets used up, the more likely... Oh my goodness! The more likely I'll be able to have inventory space. Can I have, like... Oh, there's a spawner, that's why. And now there's a creeper. Again. Okay. Can I have some breathing room? Just a little bit. Alright. I think. Really? Okay, what? Double attack. Okay. Yeah, here we go. I still need to find chapter 16. I'm thinking, my plan, I think it's going to be up here somewhere. In the second level. Because there's a lot of space around here. Oh my goodness! No, there's a lot of stuff here. Okay. Some more skeletons. Well, what I can tell you is that this isn't the book. It might go that way. There's another skeleton that's chanted over there. What's going on in here? So we have lots of food and lots of things. Okay. It's chicken again. I did use up a lot of arrows just fighting my way up here, and this isn't even where I need to go. So, maybe it's in the water somewhere. Look at all this experience all around, all over the place. There's a kamikaze creeper. Yeah, maybe it's down here somewhere. Let's go down here again and take a look. Like, maybe it's in the... maybe it's up there, or... is it down here? There's lights down here. You got the bad shots. Is that another bow? No, that's another bow. Oh my goodness, he got 2 bows again! Now my adventure's getting coated with useless crap. Really? Okay. Maybe it's up here. Let's try to go around this way. Well, that didn't work out well, did it? I made a bridge up there, but there wasn't anything up there. So where could this possibly be located? Oh my goodness, not again. I just need to find a safe spot. Why did I wait till after you got in there? Alright. Okay. Let me take a look real quickly where this thing could possibly be located. So... yeah, this area is called the Death Shallow Courtyard. I mean, makes sense. Somewhere in this place is chapter 16. I'm gonna go back down here again. Maybe there's a opening down here, because the lower Death Shallow Ruins chapter and Fleece Box was all in underwater. So maybe it's actually underwater again. There's also that area. I haven't checked over there yet. I haven't checked behind the entrance to lower Death Shallow Ruins. Hey. Are you kidding me? Okay. You would think I would have found out where it would be by this point, but I don't actually know where it is. As soon as I find chapter 16, I'll read all chapter 16 through 19 all in one go. Because I have all the chapters 17, 18, and 19. No. It's not like behind the stairs or anything like that. Go away! And that guy didn't give me a nick. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna... Oh, wait. No, that's... Wait, what is this? Oh, that's this. That's what I kept... Oh, that's not my punch chip. I'll just put that in there. Oh my god, another creeper. Okay. I'm hoping it's not like in a very stupidly obscure spot. Ugh. Let's see if it's on this side. I haven't been over here yet. There's a creeper over here. Oh, that cleared out these. Okay. Ow. Okay, we're gonna try going down here then. Oh yeah, I don't have a respiration helmet anymore. Also, I think I lost some more stuff. Okay. Yeah, I lost my helmet again. Wait, I already lost my helmet? I don't have it. I don't have anything for helmets. I have iron back at the intersection 4, but that's it. I see a creeper. So, evidently... Another bow! Oh my goodness. Got like 5 bows from the last 8 skeletons. I'm gonna head back to intersection 4 first. Spy jockey! Guys. Okay, don't stop. Why am I climbing the things? Oh no, that was a spider over here. And a skeleton. Are you kidding me? Ha 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 ha! Really? Now I hit the pad. Okay. Wait a minute. I hear a spider over here. Where am I hearing the spider? Oh, up here. Okay, I thought they were in a different spot entirely. Like I was thinking that's where yeah. I was thinking that was where chapter 16 was. So give me 1 second, and I'll find out where chapter 16 is. Okay. I know where it is. Is this where I need to head back? Yeah. The annoying thing was that I was right next to it. So I need to go back to these spiders. See, I was going to go up there, but now I can't do that because I think there's a creeper over there. Yeah, there is. Okay, so it's right here. I was right next to it. Chapter 16. Give me this to make sticks. Let's make some sticks. I can read chapter 16 and 17 right now, so let's go do that. The machines beat wildly as my panic surges. This is a dream, I tell myself. You're dreaming all of it, remember? Lucid dreaming? You're here. You're dreaming. You're the dreamer. I wish it was Talia, Arik said. I really do. I will dream myself away from this nightmare. I can ignore the dream voice of my brother. I can make my dream turn to anything I want. I can be anything, anywhere right now, doing anything. Talia, he says, and his voice cuts through my frantic thoughts in such a way that I suddenly know he is real. Stay calm, please, for your own safety. Or, if you don't care about that, spare a thought from mine. I feel myself settled back down, a sleepy rhythm falling over me again, my chest rising and falling evenly, calmly, until it is barely moving at all. What did they tell you? He'd ask. Yeah, he asks. That we'd be taken somewhere. That we'd be kept safe while the boys would go off to the academy or wherever. That we'd be put into suspension and it would be like going to sleep and waking up the next day, except we'd be 12 years older. Well, at least they were slightly more informative than when I was 12, he says. They only told us we were going to a new school. It's probably a defensive move on their part, with rumors spreading over the years. It's like they had to do some damage control. Plus, given any information at all makes them appear more transparent and forthcoming. But of course, what they told you still isn't the whole truth. I try to keep myself calm and floating so as to not register anything on the machines. What's the whole truth? I'm still figuring that out, he says. Boy, I'll tell you what I know. I float into my dream chamber as Arik talks. Like I said, all they told us before my transition was that we'd be going to new schools based on some tests we'd taken. But I suspected something else was going on. I just had a feeling that something was up, and after poking around, I found some data that confirmed my hunch. Remember, this was 8 years ago, and things weren't as advanced as they are now. And I'd been hacking Ultranet for years, finding backdoor exploits to other weaknesses, messing around with the teacher artificial intelligence algorithms, exploring basically. Though not everyone saw it that way. Anyway, I managed to gain access to confidential files, just for a few minutes before I had to get out of there and cover my tracks. But it was enough time to see something that I knew I wasn't supposed to see. What it looked like to me was a plan for improving and restructuring Ultranet, using both artificial intelligence and something else they were calling networked intelligence. It sounded benign, but the schematic I saw laid out rather plainly. The idea was to use human brainwaves to power Ultranet, to make it faster, smarter, able to anticipate users' needs, able to anticipate users' thoughts even. Which is brilliant in a way, because you have to agree artificially intelligent computers can do things humans can't, but they still can't be humans. I thought about Professor Madeline, how well programmed she was, how her simulated brow wrinkled with concern when I asked for help with difficult questions, how warm and genuine her smile seemed when I'd done something well in class. But the teachers are pretty close, I say, look how real Professor Madeline seemed. Arik paused, and I can feel sudden sadness. I should never have asked her for help, he says. I know what happened. I know she was deactivated. That was her punishment for conveying my message. It wasn't your fault, Arik. But I know. I felt bad, too. She was my favorite teacher, I tell him. But in the end, I guess she was just a simulation. A realistic simulation, but a simulation. Is it okay to mourn for real, for someone who wasn't? But that's just the thing, he says. That's what I'm trying to tell you. She was real. At least part of it was. The machines pick up tempo as my heart rate increases. She was a hybrid, The old teachers weren't. They were AI bots, just programmed intelligence. Some of them more smartly programmed than others. But Professor Madeline was part of an experiment that started maybe 20 years ago. An attempt to combine artificial intelligence with network intelligence, combining computer with programmed human thought. So you're telling me, I say, yes, she was real, she was human, she was alive. I don't want to say it, but I can't help myself. And now she's dead, just because she tried to help. Not dead, Ark says. And I have to work very hard to keep my heart rate steady, my breathing slow. If I was awake, I'd be crying. I think. She'd just been reabsorbed in the Ultranet with us. Okay, that's interesting. Chapter 7. Oh, jeez, this is long. Chapter 17. Nothing makes sense as Ark's voice echoes in my head. I must be dreaming. I must be the dreamer. I must... Talia! His voice cuts through my wandering thoughts. Stay with me. If you drift away, I might not be able to find you again. But nothing you're saying makes sense, I say. This has to be a dream. I have to wake up. It's not a dream, he tells me. It's real. Then what's really happening? Are you telling me that we're in Ultranet? We're not in Ultranet, he says. We are Ultranet. A wave of drowsiness rolls over me, and for a moment I am almost swept away into the undertow. Control it, Tally. Really? I hear him say. It's just another bolus of medication to keep you in the dream state. Stay with me. I try to float on the surface of everything as he talks. When I discovered that information about the AI-NI hybridization plan, I don't think that's a word, I became curious. How amazing would it be to design a computer program that matched human intelligence, or to have your own brain enhanced by a computer implant? This was tantalizing stuff, but it was obviously secret. I'd broken about 1 million Ultranet laws in finding it, and there was obviously more going on than the simple schematic I was able to find. So I started messing around, writing code, looking for other data related to the project, trying to figure out what was really going on. It started out as idle curiosity, but I just felt like maybe I was onto something bigger, especially as transition day approached, so I kept at it. And eventually I discovered a vulnerability in some code that turned out to be useful to me. In hacking Ultranet? I ask. No, he says. In hacking the teachers. Specifically the hybridized teachers. Specifically Professor Madeline. You've hacked Professor Madeline? Not exactly. I just stumbled upon a way to send commands to her. I found a way into the core program, and eventually I was able to talk to her. Not professional Madeline, the teacher, but Madeline, the human consciousness behind it. She told me where she was and what Transition Day was really about. She told me that the government had discovered that the smartest way to create the smartest, fastest, most intuitive Ultranet was the power of human brainwaves. To connect computer intelligence with group consciousness driven by the most plastic, dynamic brains that exist. The brains of young people on the cusp of adulthood. Of course. She told you this, I say, before we transitioned. It was in code, of course. We couldn't talk freely, even though surveillance was more lax back then compared to the way it is now. But yes, that's what she said. That's what happened at Transition Day. That's what happened at Transition Day. Was that all the 12s would be taken to a government containment center, sedated, and put into state suspension, kept alive in suspension pods, but only for the point of generating memory and speed and intelligence of Ultranet. That our brains would be harvested of energy. That we would, in a sense, be dreaming Ultranet into existence. She told me about lucid dreaming. She told me about the possibility of staying awake or resisting it. She told me where I could find the information about lucid dreaming, how I could acquire the booklet without arousing suspicion. She told me to study it as though my life depended on it. She told me she would get word to you when the time came. Exposition done much. So all these years, I say, she knew. She was marching over me, but she didn't say anything until the last minute. She couldn't, Talia, he says. Also, how many sentences are going to start with the word she? She was a hybrid, which means at root she was still a computer program. As much as her consciousness was aware of the conversations we had, and as much as she had a directive of her own, the hybrid teachers were still pretty locked down. At least once a month, they were debugged, reprogrammed necessary. After all, they were interacting with students. They had to be fully operational. So she told you those things, but then she forgot, I say. She had her memory wiped and then reinstalled and upgraded. Each time I tried to make contact, it was more difficult or involved a different kind of backdoor, so I just took her advice and tried to resist, when it was my transition day. And when I saw from my own scanning of the neural network that your transition day was upon us, I managed to get word to her to tell you to warn you somehow. And Mom, I say. Yes, and Mom. I feel a flare of annoyance and my heart rate increases again. What is it, Arik? What is it? What are you still not telling me? It took a long time for her to answer. Mom, as he begins, Mom's kind of a hybrid too. This has to be a dream. I have to be dreaming. Not like Professor Madeline says. I mean, obviously she's a human. She's a mother. But when she was in suspension, when she went through this, When she became a 12, she was upgraded. She's one of the lucky ones, he added quickly. She actually got to leave here. She just went back to the world more connected to the Ultranet than she realized. Well, she's been programmed. Is she aware of it? I asked. She was given a directive to raise us and care for us and to get us both through to transition day. So yes, in that sense, she was programmed. And no, until I was able to communicate with her like this, she wasn't consciously aware that at some level her consciousness was still connected to and controlled by Ultranet. But that's how I was able to find her. She was still hooked into the network, and so I was able to communicate with her. I think back to how she spoke to me the night before transition, how she cleverly masked our conversation so as to go undetected by surveillance, how she told me Ark sent her a message. Did you really talk to her? I asked. I mean, talk? Like this? Or did you go through some kind of code? Was it all zeros and ones? Is it even real? Shh, he says. We talked. Like this. And of course she's real. She's our mother, no matter what they implanted in her brain. This is a lot to understand, really. And I feel so sleepy. I just want to fall asleep and dream that it's all away. You can't tell, he says, as though I've thought it out loud. You have to stay with me, stay conscious. I've been waiting for you a long time, and my plan can't work without you. Plan? What plan? I ask. My plan to get us out, he says, but not just us, everyone. But I can't do it without you. Why not, I ask. You're the computer genius. Can't you write a program, or I guess think a program to corrupt Ultranet? You can do that by yourself. I'm not as advanced as you are. Why didn't you just do it already? A program won't work, he says. It's too simple. And while a virus might have a chance of disrupting something, we're not dealing with a traditional computing environment. Ultranet is powered by living human thought. It's generated by the constant oscillation of brainwaves, the never-ending circulation of information. So logical, programmed code won't do the job, because there's something more dynamic about the environment. There's an element of biology here. Some kind of fundamental component of humanity that makes Ultranet more powerful than machine. And that's why I can't do it by yourself. Right, he says, and I can hear him smiling. It'll take at least two of us. I feel myself spinning just thinking about what he's saying, the constant circling, cycling flow of data generated by the people here in suspension like us. Wait, I said, what do you mean before? About Mom being one of the lucky ones, about her getting to go back into the world. Isn't that what's supposed to happen? We're here and then we get to go back in 12 years. That's how they used to do it, he says. They'd use people for the duration of the time when their brains were the most plastic. Then, when they were older and their brains were more static, send them back to the world. Still connected to the Ultranet, but unaware how deep the connection was. But then things changed. Technology advanced. They realized they could tap into previously unexplored areas of the human brain, go deeper with older brains that had been exposed to the program already. And that, in concert with the power and energy of younger human brainwaves, could create something even more powerful than before. So in transition, Dave quickly turned to something permanent. So we're really not meant to get out of this, I say, everything finally sinking in. No, we're supposed to be asleep. Forever. I feel another sleep wave wash over me. But you or I aren't, I say. We're not totally awake, but we're not totally asleep. We're somewhere between dreaming and living, he says. How can they do this? I can almost sense a shrug from him. Everyone else they're doing this to is unaware that it's happening. Even the people on the outside. I don't think you realize Ultranet's control everything now. Everything and everyone. Some people on the outside are more human than the program, but those soldiers who brought here, Dean Holden, all the adults to see with cyber enhancements, they're hybrids, directed by Ultranet, controlled by Ultranet. Controlled by Ultranet, I repeat. Suddenly I have an idea. But he said before, we are Ultranet, so that means they'll be controlled by us. Yes, he says, and I hear the urgency in his voice, the excitement, that in my sleepless state I'm finally getting it. Right now, in fact, it's just us. We're the only ones truly conscious right now, barely conscious right now. And that's the key to my plan. I couldn't do it alone, but together we can break the cycle. Together we can find a way for everyone to be free. Yeah, that was a lot of reading, and I'm not done yet, because now I need to rush back this direction. Yeah, rush back this way. And then get on the train, put these chapters into the Waking Up Monument and the wall I'm carrying. And then read chapters 18 and 19, that's going to be the video. Yeah, it's faster to just do this. Go around up here. To get up there. My voice is again. Yeah, my voice is getting a workout today. I don't normally talk this much. That's gonna happen a lot more when I get to more lore-heavy maps. Because lore-heavy maps will have a lot more things similar to the Waking Up books, Waking Up chapters I'm currently reading. Okay. So. And also because I can go back to the intersection using that. So. Here we go. To the monument. It just became daytime as well. I can see that. Okay. Okay. Eat that. Okay. Before I start reading, I'm going to put away the blue wool onto the monument. Still need diamond block and redstone ore. And while I'm here, because I know I left some iron over here in this chest. Oh, it's not enough for a helmet. Well, that's very unfortunate. I can make a gold helmet. I might as well do that. Gold helmet. There. Anyways, now let's go read chapters 18 and 19. "16 goes there. 17 goes there. Here's 18 and 19. For as long as I can remember, I have felt something in my chest. A lightness, a flutter, a visceral ache when something near its end. Endings are hard for me, I guess, because what comes next? But this feeling in my chest, this longing, is not exactly unpleasant. I just feel this ticklish emptiness. This restless sense of needing to wander that fills me up for just a moment, for the very events that triggered it, it ebbs away. I'm feeling it now. I ache with it. I am suspended in a permanent ending, and I'm bathed in longing. But now this longing has a point. It isn't the shapeless pain of knowing something's about to be over. It's the pointed, focused pain of not knowing when the end will come. I am floating, captured here, waiting, and the feeling in my chest refuses to subside. Ark's plan is simple. It's almost ridiculously simple. It's beautiful in simplicity. I wonder if he felt like this, waiting for me. I wonder if he felt lonely, sending out sparks over the years in hopes of finding someone else who had resisted, like him. I wonder if he felt frustrated, having to start over with Professor Madeline every time a memory was wiped. Reminding her of everything she knew, everything she told him. I wonder if he ever felt like giving up. Excuse me. Time passes like a dream here. It's hard to know how long anything takes. Because we're not moving through time, we're creating it, and it's like being in the middle of a vortex. From the center, everything seems still, unmoving, as though nothing's happening at all. So maybe it wasn't so bad for him, waiting so long. But now I'm here, floating on the infinite edge of this dream, ready to play my part, ready to execute his plan. There was no way he could do it himself, even with the dynamic complexities and immediacy of thought. He couldn't be in two places at once. He couldn't be both disrupting and protecting. The way he explained it, to me, was like this. It takes only one person to change the world, but two to actually make it happen. We're all asleep here, somewhere suspended between waking life and dream life, and out collecting reality that makes everything possible, he told me. Collective reality. That's the key. It's as though we've all agreed to keep dreaming this dream together. And the fact that we're all dreaming it keeps it going. Ultranet is powered by this invisible thread of connected consciousness. This unspoken agreement to simply keep moving, keep thinking, keep dreaming. But if one person, just one person, wakes up, the thread is cut. The cycle broken. Which means Ultranet offline. Hybrids deactivated. Machines powered down. Everything finally utterly still. And us set free. Simple, yes? Simple. In a way, this feels like it has always been my job. Perhaps I've lain here for eons, dreaming of it. Perhaps Arik and I have had dream conversations within dream conversations about how this will all hopefully work. Perhaps I have dreamed the entirety of a whole discussion. Perhaps I have dreamed a whole existence. Perhaps I only imagined that he would leave me here for a moment, floating in infinity, while he finds a way to redirect my brainwaves, mask them from observation, create a window of opportunity for us to work. Perhaps he was never here to begin with. But now I know what I have to do. I'm waiting here for Arik's signal, my chest filled with longing, with the endless sense of almost ending, and then all I have to do is cut the thread, break the cycle. All I have to do is wake up. Chapter 19. The truth is, no one can ever pinpoint the exact moment they wake up. You are asleep, and then you're not. You're dreaming, and then you're awake. Even when you have these moments of drowsy realization that you are still sleeping, that it's going to be time to wake up soon, those moments when you are conscious enough to tell yourself, just 5 more minutes, even in those moments, you're still somewhere between states. Waking up is crossing a border. Your eyes open, and your mother's face is there, urging you to get up for school. Or your eyes open, and your screen's on, blinking. The alarm function haven't operated for who knows how long. Or your eyes open into the darkness, and you realize it's still night, there's still plenty of time to sleep. Waking up is crossing a border. But when you look back, you can barely make out the territory you just covered. But Arik instructs me that what's happening now is different from normal sleep and wake states. He says that because we are lucid dreaming, it's as simple as directing ourselves towards wakefulness. I simply have to tell myself to wake and dream myself toward waking, and do it quickly enough so that my ascent from REM state will go undetected by machines monitoring me, so that will go undetected by Ultranet. That's why he couldn't do it himself. His plans need one person to wake up and another person to shield Ultranet from the process. Soon the signal comes. I feel a steady pulsing wave, 4 beats, then 3, then 4 more. It's Arik. It means he's found a way to provide cover. It means it's time for me to swim to the surface. His signal pulses steadily, and I steel myself. I'm here. I'm dreaming. I'm the dreamer. It's time. I imagine myself floating in a deep, dark sea, so far below the surface I can't see anything but the darkness. I look up toward where the surface might be, and I propel myself upward. Bubbles stream from my nose, the sides of my mouth, the air escaping as I make my ascent. Above me, far, far above me, is light, growing lighter by the second as I swim toward it. I struggle against the curious weight of the water, tiny fish darting away from me as they disrupt the stillness. I'm almost there. I can almost feel the relief of being able to finally take a breath. And then suddenly, a shark. I am pushed off course by a sudden thrust of something so powerful it knocks the air out of me. From underwater I hear sounds, alarms beeping, words. Another dose stat, machine malfunction. But more clearly than those sounds, I hear Arik's voice, go, go, go! And as he says this, the water around me swirls and deepens. The sharks pause in their circle, and I remember, I am the dreamer. I can control this. And so I swim to the surface. I force my way skyward, my fingertips knifing through the water, my legs pumping, my heart racing. The sunlight on the surface seems so close, and yet the more I swim, the more it seems I'm simply staying in place. I thrust my legs, kicking wildly, willing myself to move faster as the beeps and blasts of mechanical sounds surround me, till finally I reach it. My hands break through the surface, my mouth opens to take in sweet oxygen. My lungs have heaving as I breathe. Suddenly I open my eyes. I am awake. And there we go. That is where I'm going to be ending this episode, and next time we're going to be heading to the last area, which I'm going to have to get both diamonds, a redstone ore block, which will mean I'm going to have to get Silk Touch at some point, and the last 2 wolves, and the last chapter of the book. There's only one more chapter. There's 20 chapters. There's one more left. So yeah. Chapter 20, the last 2 wolves and the last 2 blocks will be in the last area, and will be the last few episodes for this Super Hostile as well. So, with that, I'm going to end this episode here. I'm going to find where this sheep went. I don't know where it went. There it is. And, yeah. So, thank you, Lynxers, for watching me play some Super Hostile 14. waking up, and I will see you Lynx later.